Your birthday is the main factor in deciding when you get the shot. Tomorrow, we're dropping down 10 years, so people who are now 50 or older will be able to get the vaccine. Is it too soon or just the right timing? Today, we spoke with folks on both sides of that argument.
I think it's a good thing.
Some are for it.
It'll feel great. I'll be able to live my life like normal again.
Brian Jorzak believes that the governor made the right call in lowering the eligibility age from 60 to 50.
Oh, I hope so. I think, by May, hopefully it'll be my turn and I'll be able to get it.
For him, it feels like one step closer towards the end of having to do this.
Not have to wear a mask anywhere. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, is no more masks.
Others are completely against the age drop.
I am almost 80. My husband's 81. Why aren't they getting those people first?
It took Jean Douglas and her husband months to get their shot. She says that others are still struggling to get vaccinated in her age group.
I was kind of disturbed about it.
But then there are those who see both sides, like Diane Pack.
Like everyone else, I want to see everyone eventually be able to get the shot.
Diane has already been vaccinated, and she can't wait for everyone to get that peace of mind that she has. But at the same time, believes that the most vulnerable should stay the top priority.
I just would like to see it maybe a little easier for senior citizens.
The governor says that the demand for the vaccine was not overwhelming the last time he lowered the age group. Governor DeSantis is hopeful that by May 1st, everyone will be able to get the vaccine. Reporting here in Fort Myers, Brett Hamilton. Peter and Brenna, if you would have passed by this salon today, you would have thought we were in the middle of hurricane season. Now, I want my cameraman Mitch to show you what I'm talking about right now. So as you can see, all of the windows here were completely smashed in and are now boarded up. Now, the victims want the person they believe to be responsible held accountable as soon as possible.
Frightening, scary. It's just unacceptable.
Sleep has been hard to come by for Lucretia Holt. Her peace of mind as shattered as the windows of her small business.
We're just wondering what's next. Is it arson? Is it a bullet?
Holt says that Lehigh Acres woman Valerie Diaz, who has a child with her son, came 4 straight days to the salon last week, smashing the back windshield to her car and then busting every window the salon has to offer with tools and even a brick, even bragging about the broken glass on social media.
My finger hurts like a man, but guess what hurts more? Their pockets.
She needs to repay for all the damages that she has caused.
But she didn't stop there. During the early morning hours on Wednesday, Diaz decided to pay a visit down the street to Steel Magnolia's salon, owned by Holt's relative, and smashed in those windows as well.
We have 9 stylists that missed an entire day of work. It's terrible.
Diaz was arrested last night, but was released today without having to post bond. That decision befuddling to the salon owner.
I fear for my family's life, for my life. You don't know what can happen.
Regardless, they just want Diaz to find the help that she needs.
I would really, really hope that she can get some type of mental help to stop whatever is causing her to go on this rage and ruckus.
Now, Diaz does face a multitude of charges, including a violation of an injunction and also property damage. But for now, reporting here in Fort Myers Shores, Brett Hamilton, NBC2. Deja vu coming in the form of total destruction. The homeowner here says that this is the 3rd time that somebody has smashed into her home. Fed up, she's now looking for any answers that she can get so that she never has to relive what was a nightmarish Saturday morning.
I just feel like something has to be done at this point.
Tired, confused, and frustrated.
I want some maybe peace of mind to have a little protection. I've researched a million things, and I think I need the city's help now. I think I do.
Lori Langone is desperate for change.
I feel hopeless and scared, and this is my dream home. I worked hard to get this house.
Early Saturday morning, suspect Cara Gritton is accused of driving off of Southeast 20th Court right into Langone's home.
You can't even believe what it looked like inside. It was like a bomb exploded. I'm still finding glass on the opposite end of the house.
Langone says that the suspect tried escaping in the aftermath, but that attempt was thwarted quickly. The victim says that a neighbor tackled Gritton to the ground, holding her until police arrived.
I don't have any nice words to say to this person.
Gritton faces several charges, including DUI with property damage.
I'm not perfect, and I don't expect anybody else to be. You can do what you want. If you want to drink, fine. Just don't hit my house or or potentially kill somebody.
Langone has no plans to move from her house.
Oh, where am I going to go? This is my dream house. I worked hard to get this house. I don't want to leave it.
She just wants this reckless behavior to stop.
And I feel like it's a nightmare now because I'm afraid all the time in my house. You can't imagine what it feels like to constantly be afraid that a car is going to drive into your home.
The homeowner says that no one, including the driver, was hurt during this crash. She also wanted to emphasize that she is so grateful to live by such supportive neighbors. Reporting here in Cape Coral, Brad Hamilton, NBC2. The suspect lost control of the U-Haul, barreling right through this fence, and then it took a beeline right to the side of this home. I want to take you up close here so that you can see the impact. That's pretty darn significant. Now, the woman who's lived here for the last 20 years says she feels so lucky that she walked away from this destruction.
I was shocked, really shocked.
Phyllis Davis was in her backyard when she heard a loud commotion. Then she saw a U-Haul truck barreling right into her fence and into her home.
If he would have hit me, he would have killed me, or I would have been terribly injured, laying in a hospital probably forever.
The alleged driver, Kennell Joseph, got out of the truck immediately. That's when Davis asked a simple and straightforward question to the man who had nearly killed her.
I looked at him and I said, "What are you doing?" And he didn't say anything. He just kept right on running.
Booking it down the street, the suspect was desperate to escape. Knocking on doors and breaking on glass windows, he eventually steals a bicycle and left the neighborhood fearing for their safety.
I don't know. There's something wrong with it. He just broke my door down. Oh, my God, I can't believe this. I'm shaking now.
But it didn't take long for deputies to track him down. Joseph was spotted just a few blocks from the crash, riding the stolen bicycle and foaming at the mouth.
Tell him to get on the ball. You're just hurting yourself terrible doing stuff like this.
Davis is still in shock, and her main focus is not wanting to leave the place she loves most.
I really hate to leave because there's so many wonderful memories here.
While she doesn't know what the next step will be,
Something good will come out of this, but I don't know what.
she'll be leaning on her faith to make it through.
And I don't know how this is all going to work out, but I have faith in my Savior, so he'll look after me.
Davis says that she has no plans to move away from this home, and she wanted to say thank you to all the neighbors who have been supporting her. Reporting here in Naples, Brett Hamilton, NBC2. Mailboxes have become more like piñatas in this Golden Gate Estates neighborhood. People here say they are so frustrated by drivers plowing over their property time and again. Now, people here just want to see change before someone gets killed by this reckless driving.
It's really better just to be safe, drive the speed limit, pay attention to your surroundings.
Hope Daly and her husband were headed out for a dinner with friends when all of a sudden,
We pulled out and were very surprised to come out and our mailbox was just laying on the ground.
no knock at the door, no note to be found, just a family left to guess how their mailbox ended up mangled again.
It's nicer if you can just say, hey, I'm sorry. Even if you don't want to replace it, just acknowledge that you did it. Because we're a community, we all try to help each other out.
But that approach is far from the norm on 29th Avenue Southwest. Susie Rogers says her mailbox has been hit at least 4 to 5 times since moving in, each time ending the same.
They never say a word. We don't even know who did it in the past.
One neighbor says that their mailbox has been obliterated 10 times. The latest incident happening on Saturday night.
A lot of people speed down the street. They don't watch where they're going. They tend to swerve and hit mailboxes, a lot of times with mirrors, but sometimes just crash into it.
A neighborhood is beyond frustrated.
We stopped walking on our street so much only because of that, but yeah, you have to be careful. You have to watch for people.
Collectively holding their breath, they're now wondering what it will take to get a message through to people to drive responsibly on their street.
If they would just slow down and keep their eye on the road and watch what they're doing. Don't be on your phones. Don't look down. Just watch for people. There are kids on the street, so I get, a little nervous about that.
Neighbors here say that they believe that texting and driving is the culprit of all this. Now remember, in the state of Florida, you can actually get pulled over and cited for that type of distracted driving. Reporting here in the Golden Gate Estates, Brad Hamilton, NBC2. Brenna and Peter, for the majority of today, FWC and Naples Police had this entire section of First Avenue North blocked off, all in an effort to try and corral a 300-pound bear. Now, folks that we talked to that actually encountered this bear said that this was a Friday night they will not be forgetting anytime soon.
I thought she was kidding, but I read her message first.
Jack Ryan's flight had just landed when his phone started ringing off the hook.
They said there's a bear in your swimming pool area.
For the majority of the evening, a 300-pound bear had cozied up in his backyard bushes. FWC surrounded the area, armed with a bear trap full of Captain Crunch, all in hopes of eventually corralling this wild animal.
I mean, it's got claws and teeth, and if it's threatened, it will hurt you.
But then around 7:45, the bear made an appearance, darting quickly across the street and vanishing into more shrubs. The whole ordeal was surprising to neighbors, but not to one expert, who thinks it probably swam to Naples from Keewaydin Island.
You're going to see a lot of those animals moving because of the rain systems that are moving in. Water levels are rising up, so those animals are going to be moving to higher grounds, which unfortunately is typically where people are also going to be.
With rainy season in full effect, FGCU expert Matthew Metcalf wants folks to remember to always be careful when dealing with wild animals, especially bears.
And keep a safe distance away. So never approach them, especially a wild animal. It's a wild animal, right? So don't go up there, don't touch it, don't try to take a selfie with it, things like that. Just give them space.
Yeah, that was some good advice. Do not take a selfie with a bear. Crews did wrap up their search around 2 hours ago, and as of now, we do believe that this bear is still on the loose. We didn't see that for ourselves, but crews just packed on out, and that's what we have on the latest.
Oh boy. No selfies, Brad, but there's something in your right hand. I hear you got something while you were out there looking for the bear.
Yeah, I got to say, this is the highlight of my my journalistic career so far. I got myself my own bear whistle. It's been a huge night here.
I was gonna say,
I think you should try it.
Is the whistle supposed to attract the bear to the trappers or scare it away?
You know, it's so funny because I got so caught up in like receiving this whistle that I just completely forgot to ask if I should be whistling this to attract the bear or get it away from me. So I was just caught up in the thrill a bit.
Just don't eat the Captain Crunch, Brad. All right.
Yeah, I'll try not to.
All right.
Good night, guys.
All right, this was not the